Today we're gonna be making 5 super lazy, easy, high protein meals. We're gonna do 4 lunch/dinner recipes and then 1 snack for like mid-afternoon when you're kind of like hungry and need to top up on your protein before dinner. These are all gonna be dairy-free, by the way, for my lactose intolerant girlies. I got you, that's me. And all of the recipes have over 30 grams protein, somewhere between 30 and 45. Let's start with the egg scramble. And here's the thing, if you like spending lots of time in the kitchen, doing lots and lots of cooking, this is not the video for you. This is Lazy Girl Kitchen. So all these recipes are gonna be fast, easy, and require simple, minimal ingredients so we can get this meal prep out of the way and get on to the rest of our day. So we're gonna be doing an egg scramble, but what makes this a little bit more high protein than just eggs is we're gonna be adding egg whites. If you add in about 150 grams of egg whites, that's an extra 15 grams of protein right there. So that is exactly what we're gonna be doing. You can do 2 or 3 eggs with the egg yolk. I do 3 because the fats in the egg yolk help me stay satiated for longer, so I don't experience like that crash where after I eat the meal in 2 hours I'm like starving again. That's what the egg yolk does, and it's very helpful for that. Let's add in our egg whites. This is how we add egg whites. You get your food scale, you put the egg whites on the thing, you hit 0, and then it's gonna level it. So now it's 0 grams. Then we're just gonna pour it out until it says negative 150. If you want to ease in here, start with 100 grams. We're doing 150 though. There we go. And then we scramble it all before it becomes just eggs. LOL. Now you can go ahead and add your vegetable of choice. I'm adding peas and spinach here. So I'm gonna add about a cup or a cup and a half of peas that are frozen, super easy, quick, and just a few handfuls of baby spinach. Mix it up together and there we go. You could use a chopping board, or you could just rip the spinach into pieces. Very unaesthetically like me. Lazy Girl Kitchen. I don't know what you want from me. It's Lazy Girl Kitchen up in here. Try to keep the heat on low so that the vegetables can simmer and eggs don't burn, but your peas can still thaw. And add some salt. There we go. Now, for your carbohydrate option, basically pretty much all of these meals are going to be our protein base, which for example is our egg. And then you can pick and choose your carb of choice. So this could be whole grain bagels, like New York bakery bagels, which have fiber and have like 9-10 grams of protein per bagel and just taste really nice. Or you can go in with sweet potatoes, which is our carb of choice today, so we're gonna make some of these. You can go in with rice, you can go in with quinoa, just pick your carb of choice, and then when it's time for meal prep, whip out your meal. Get your carb of choice, maybe make a quick bagel, make a quick toast, grab your sweet potatoes if they're already prepped in the kitchen, and there you go. So let's make sweet potatoes now, shall we? Each of my meals is gonna have about approximately 200 grams of raw sweet potato. I'm gonna show you what that looks like, so if you don't have a scale at home, you don't even need to worry about it, you don't need to measure it. We wanna measure by raw weight because when you go to track food, cooked or boiled foods can be a little bit inaccurate nutritionally, so when you're going with the vegetable, you want just like the raw vegetable. That is about 200 grams. Lovely.
One small
potato. We'll find another one. This one is also about 200 grams. This is like a really small one, fits in my hand size. She's about 100 grams, so she's about half that. I don't track calories very closely, so we're just eyeballing with the sweet potatoes, but this is about 100 grams if you're a small person like me and have a tiny hand. This is 200 grams. Jensen, can I borrow your hand? If you have a massive hand, that's a small sweet potato. Or here's 200 grams. Okay, we're gonna wash these, prick them with a fork, stick them in the microwave, bam shabam, that is Lazy Girl Kitchen. Alternatively, you could chop them up and roast them in the oven if you're fine and want to enjoy your sweet potatoes more, but I'm going with some nice, lovely steamed sweet potatoes.
Then you viciously murder each potato.
Macros for the egg scramble, 570 calories with the sweet potato involved. That's with one of the big 200-gram sweet potatoes and 44 grams of protein total. Without the sweet potato, so just the egg scramble base, that's 420 calories and 41 grams of protein and 7 grams of fiber. So hitting your fiber goals, hitting your protein goals, hitting all your nutrient goals, it's just great. Okay, so recipe number 2 is gonna be a tuna sandwich on a bagel. We're gonna be switching up the carb of choice. We're not working with sweet potato steak here. We're gonna be doing these New York City bagels, which I like a lot. Per bagel, they have 6 grams of fibers for all those people who are trying to hit their fiber goal for all of the numerous health benefits, and 10 grams of protein. Did I say that right? Is that right? Yeah, 10 grams of protein per bagel. And they taste good. I'm a fan. So we're gonna make some tuna salad with some spinach for the greens. And then when it's lunchtime, all you have to do is take out your bagel, cut it in half, put it in the toaster, toast it, and then stick your lovely tuna spread on top. It's really easy, really simple. We're gonna make 2 batches at the same time, so I have 2 meals prepped nice and easy. I have all of the actual recipes and their macros in the description in case you wanna check them out. Okay, I personally like it spicy, so I'm going with jalapeno hummus. Pick whatever hummus that you like. I want my ratio to be about 2 tablespoons of hummus per can of tuna, or so. I kind of eyeball it, but...
Lazy Girl Kitchen.
Lazy Girl Kitchen, that's it. We're just gonna start there and then go from... This is 2 cans of tuna. And I also like to add sriracha on top, and we mix it up, and that's pretty much it. It's really yummy if you add pickles too. I'm gonna add the spinach at the end. And that's it. It doesn't look super pretty, but it does taste really good on the sandwich. Just trust me, it really does. And very macro friendly.
What? Oh.
And that is gonna be 2 prepped servings. I'll show you what it looks like on the sandwich when I have lunch later.
The bagel like a normal person. Completely normal. It's a really beautiful angle right here. Tastes nice. Tastes like Siracha.
Jensen doesn't like Siracha. Sorry. Macros for this meal are, it's about 450-ish calories. It has 35 to 39 grams of protein and 10 grams of fiber when you're adding in like a handful of carrots. There you go. Now these are cooked. You know that they're cooked because they're kind of squishy to the touch. Like, I let them cook in there for a total of probably like 6.5, 7 minutes. All these together. This is deeply Lazy Girl Kitchen, so I'm actually just going to put them in the fridge for later and pull them out and eat them with my meal when it's time. But of course you can chop these up. If you wanted to, you could add some seasoning, maybe a little bit of salt and pepper, and yeah, that's it. Let's move on to recipe number 3. Our next recipe is going to be a protein-nourished bowl salad. Basically, it's just going to be a salad that is really delicious with your protein of choice. I'm going to show you how to make some really yummy, crispy tofu today. And we're going to crispify them, and then we're going to have them prepped to put on our salad. If you're in the UK, like me, Tesco's makes these really convenient, very cheap little salads that are literally just perfect. They're already prepped, they're already washed, they're ready to go. So I actually have just these in my refrigerator, and I'm just gonna prep the tofu and then make that ready so that I can just combine it with the salad, add a sweet potato on the side, and that's a meal for me. So we're gonna go through the tofu. I trust you can make your own salad, but I'll add my recs in the description with the recipe. Yeah, let's get into the tofu, because tofu can be kind of tricky. Now, the main thing you have to know about getting really crispy tofu is you cannot be using any of that silken shit. You have to use firm or extra firm, or it's just gonna become a blob. We're working with firm today, because grocery store did not have extra firm, which means we have to press it. Now, if you're fancy, what you would do is drain this stuff from this, and you're gonna squish it between 2 plates for at least an hour, if not overnight. We're not doing that. This is a lazy girl kitchen. I don't have time for that. So I'm gonna show you what I do. By the way, tofu is great because per 100 grams, it has 11 grams of protein. So I'm gonna show you exactly what that looks like. It's not as much as you think. This entire thing, this block here is gonna be 400 grams. 100 grams is 11 grams of protein. So if you have half the block, that's 20 grams of protein. That's really good, really great. We've got 80 grams of protein sitting right here in my hands. So let's just make it real nice and tasty. I'm basically just gonna squeeze out the water here. If you did not wanna go to this hassle, tons of brands sell like pre-squeezed out tofu. So you could always go with that if this is a little bit daunting to you. And if you're worried about hating the taste of tofu because you've never made it right before and you still don't like the taste of it, switch for a different protein that you like. Easy peasy. You just gotta handle the tofu, honestly. You just gotta squeeze it out. And because tofu is kind of a nuisance for me to make, I like to batch prep more than one. So I'm making 2 of these blocks right now, which is gonna be 4 servings. So this is actually gonna be good for quite a few nights of the week for me because why waste time in the kitchen if you don't have to? Squeeze a little bit more out with this paper towel now. There we go. That's all I have patience for. Let's bring her to the stove. So the trick here is to use as much soy sauce as you are comfortable, basically. I try to just douse the tofu. If we had patience, a really good recipe would be exactly what we're doing, using a little bit of olive oil, soy sauce, some garlic powder, a little bit of sea salt, and black pepper, and then letting that sit in a container in the fridge for about 2 hours before coming out and frying it or roasting it in the oven. But this is Lazy Girl Kitchen. So this is the fast forward version. So we're just throwing it all in right now. So it hasn't had time to marinate, which means I'm being super liberal with my soy sauce use. Plus, I'm not afraid of salt. Do you know that you actually need salt? It's an essential electrolyte. And if you are low in salt and underhydrated, I guess, you haven't consumed enough water, it can decrease your performance. So I am not afraid of salt. Obviously, if I had a heart condition, I would be, but I don't. So we're gonna stir this for about 10 minutes. And that's gonna be that. See, we're getting some crisp around the edges. Basically, you just have to keep flipping all the pieces until you've reached your desired level of crispiness. So we've got our tofu all ready and prepped. Remember, this is about 4 servings of 20 grams of protein. So if you just divide this like in half and then in half again, that's gonna be what it looks like. I'm gonna show you what it looks like now in a bowl. So this is 20 grams of tofu in a bowl. This is my hand. I don't know, that doesn't feel like a lot. This is when you go in with your salad, you go in with your tofu, easy peasy. I like to go into my salads with Siracha and hummus. Are you surprised? No, because I'm lazy and these are just a combination I really enjoy.
It looks like the kitchen's on fire because there's just smoke coming from the side. It's like, what is that smoking thing over there?
It's burning. So meal number 4, which is gonna be our final lunch/dinner meal, is gonna be a Greek kebab style stir fry. So I get this from the store. You can buy it in like the plant-based section. Basically, it's like a Greek style kebab. Alternatively, in your plant-based or vegan or vegetarian friendly section, I'm sure there's lots and lots of options for a different type of meat style mock. I just like this one because it's really easy and it's high in protein. So per 100 grams, this has 16 grams of protein, which is great because this has 175 grams, which means this has somewhere around like 24 grams of protein. So we're basically just gonna throw this in a pan, add in our peas, stir fry it, add some soy sauce in. Easiest 5-10 minute meal ever. Let's go.
Lazy Girl Kitchen.
Lazy Girl Kitchen. For this one, we're gonna keep it really simple. I like to have this base on like a pita or on a whole wheat tortilla, or even with a bagel on the side. I think it's really delicious, like wrap up and add some sriracha, maybe some hummus on top. But we've got the base, so you get to play with it as you choose. I'm gonna give you the macros for it though. So in this meal right here, with one of those packets of the Greek style kebab, and then also about a cup of peas or so, that's 420 calories, 37 grams of protein, and 13 grams of fiber. So that's pretty great. And if you want to make it a meal by adding in one of those like bagels that I mentioned earlier, that would bring the macros to about 650 calories and 47 grams of protein, which is just crazy, because if your protein goal is 130 grams, or even if it's just 100 grams, I say just as if it's like super easy to get, even if it's 100 grams, you have this and a whole wheat bagel, that's almost 50 grams of protein. That's pretty much half of your protein daily allocation right there. And honestly, I think it's a really big life hack if you can get in most of your protein in breakfast and then lunch, and then dinner can be kind of flexible. That's what I do. So I always have my go-to protein oatmeal, which I've done in so many other recipes, so I'm not gonna make it today, but that has at least 30 grams of protein. And then if I were to have this, I'd be at 80, super easy for me to finish off the rest of the day. So if you can get it in early, it's a bit of a hack. And the last high protein meal slash snack, we're moving into our afternoon snacks. So I like to use this as a little pick-me-up mid-afternoon high protein snack in case I'm a little bit hungry but don't want to wait off until dinner. So it's gonna be our protein yogurt bowl. It's really, really easy. Now for all my lactose intolerant friends, I use this Alpro Greek style plain yogurt. So it's soya based, but if I use 200 grams of this, that's about 10 grams of protein. And then when we mix in either a half scoop or a full scoop of protein powder, depending on how tolerant you are. If you are not very tolerant to protein powder, ease in, because the more you add, the less goopy it'll be, the more like Greek and chunky it'll be. But I don't mind, so I go in with a full scoop, and then that gives me over 30 grams of protein in a quick little snack. So we're gonna go in with half a pot of this, which is 200 grams. I'll show you what that looks like now. So that right there is about 200 grams. This is my hand for reference, in case. And then pick your protein powder of choice. Obviously, if you have a sensitive stomach, I feel like a broken record. If your stomach does not tolerate whey, there are plant-based protein powders you can try, or you can always just go with the yogurt one.
Go with the yogurt one.
Just go with the yogurt as your protein source. I'm gonna mix this in now. The key is to just mix a lot, so give me a minute. And this is one of my current obsessions for like afternoon, because it's just so easy and fast. So that's it. We just mix it in until it's pretty much like a light brown color, because it's cookie flavored. So this here is the base. It has about 290 calories and 33 grams of protein. Now you can mix and match. You can add in whatever you like. I like to go in with granola, and I'm gonna go in with some banana and some kiwi to make it taste delicious. Those are my toppings of choice today. This granola just happens to have protein, but that's not why I'm using it. But yeah, that's your base. So now you can go ahead and have fun with that. I'll show you what I make. By the way, with the Bio & Me granola that I just used, this brought this little protein snack up to just under 500 calories, about 490-ish calories, and 41 grams of protein. So since my daily goal is like a minimum of 110 grams of protein, that's like almost-ish half right there. And now I'm gonna go enjoy this. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments. I will see you in the next one.